What's up? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How are y'all doing on this? I guess I'll say house arrest type situation we all are facing. Um, I've heard so much. There's so much information out there. Some valid, some not so valid, some kind of shaky. Um, I'm not gonna be real preachy, but one thing I will say is this: God is still in control. He still has His hands on the entire situation. There are things in this situation that make me question those that are delivering and giving us our information. I wonder just if if they're truly sincere in what the information that they're giving us and the things that they may be leaving out. I'm not sure. But I know this to be true. I was watching 45 give a press conference today, and a really general, real question was asked. What do you say to the hundreds, to the thousands of Americans that right now are scared, that are unsure about what's going to happen tomorrow, that are worried, that are concerned? Instead of giving some type of answer of, well, please, regress, try and, and not be so worried. We're going to do everything that we can to make this as, make this situation as, now I won't say comfortable, but allow us to move through this situation with the greatest, the least amount of pain. Do not worry, we're going to do everything that's in our power to make us survive through this situation. Instead, I heard, that's a mean question, and began to ridicule the person asking the question. I'm sorry. There are really people out here that are afraid. If you don't believe me, look at what they did to grocery stores and different places like this. They went in and they bought so much stuff that it was ridiculous. And the thing is that a lot of the stuff that these people have went out and bought was not stuff that would make the body healthier or be good for the body. It was junk. They didn't, abuse the fruits and vegetables, the fresh fruits and vegetables. They didn't do it, stuff that helps your body, the right kind of season, just stuff that we know actually increases the immune system in the body. They got, a bunch of meats and breads and stuff like that. And some of those things actually are more detrimental to the body, especially when you're trying to fight off a disease. Toilet paper, I understand. You're going to want to make sure you can wipe yourself. But if you know that in the average month, y'all go through maybe 40 rolls, just get 40 rolls. Get enough for the month. Don't go get 80, 90, 100. Y'all doing too much. Too much. A couple of things of alcohol mixed with a little aloe vera. Hey, you got your own sanitizer. There are a lot of natural, simple things that we can build and create. This is one thing, and I'm not trying to be, I would say, prejudicial or anything like that. But truth be told, African Americans have learned and have mastered taking the least amount and doing the most with it. We know how all these, ways to create and make. If we can't buy it in the store, we know how to make it at home. We know how to take this and put these two things together and then add some other stuff to it, and it does the same thing or even a better job than what we would have bought in the store. So one thing I really, even though I didn't hear it from the person I should have heard it from, this is what I have to say to you, those of you that are scared. If you're not much into praying, If you don't really have a relationship with God, that's okay. It's all right. That ain't my business right now. I will tell you this. Do everything that you can to keep yourself healthy and safe. Make sure that you have what you need. Make sure you do the things that, if you know people around you are sick, be like, hey, I love you, but I'll see you when you get better. Make sure that you do, and this social distancing where, you can't go, use common sense with this, people. Common sense. It does not mean you can't go sit on your front porch. It does not mean that you can't go sit in your backyard if the weather is nice. What it means is, and here's the thing that really, I'm thinking all the time during this. I can understand inside a building, somebody call for sneeze, that stuff lingers in the air for a good 30, 45 minutes. So that makes sense. But if we are outside in a wide open space, and especially if the wind is blowing, instead of that stuff just lingering in a high concentration, that wind disperses it and breaks it down into pretty much, harmful levels. Common sense, y'all. Common sense. God gave y'all a lot of common sense. There are things that we already know in our spirit. We know that whatever this is and whatever this disease is, it's going to pass. We know that we have been keeping our trust in God. God has been keeping us all this time. There is no reason for him to change what he's doing. There is no reason for us. If you know you a clean person, hey, Tonya, and I ain't want to talk about my girl because she, you can probably eat off the air in her spot. What's up, kinfolk? How you doing? What's up? And but here's the thing, y'all. In all seriousness, we can and shall make it through this situation. It's something to take serious, but it's not something to worry and make yourself sick over. It's not something to keep you up at night. If you know that you've been fighting cancer or diabetes or any of these other things that they're talking about that might weaken your immune system, one of the first things you need to do is get do a little research and start putting the right things in your body that will help build up your immune system. Check on the medicines that you're taking and see what those medicines, how they affect you, and then what you can add to those medicines that won't affect or won't harm you or dilute the medicine, and add those things to you. I didn't know. I thought about it, but I wasn't even sure. Like fasting, if it's in the right context, will actually cause your body to go into a place where it'll start building up its immunities. There are a lot of things we can do, but don't worry. Don't lose sleep. Look out for the older people that are in your families. Look out for the kids. Make sure everybody's got something to eat. Make sure they got some water if they don't drink, tap water. I'm sorry. It's me. I drink. I got 2 or 3 gallons of water, and I just keep them in my ice box. Pull a cup out, and I got water. Stay clean. Bleach is not the only thing. Rubbing alcohol is not the only thing. Hydrogen peroxide is a great cleaner too. If push comes to shove, get you some Everclear or some 151 rum. They'll take care of it too. It's and Everclear is stronger than the alcohol because it's 100 proof. Most alcohol you can get up to 90. So I'm just saying, y'all, this is not anything new to us in the African American community. It's having to take less and do more with it. Having to limit our movements. We're so used to it. It's not a new thing for us. Try and teach those that are not as comfortable with it, or they're not familiar with having to go through things like this. Kind of take them under your wing and give them a little guidance, show them a few things. I can remember all the different things that my daddy taught me how to do when I didn't have what I needed, but I had all the materials to make what I needed. Because see, sometimes, this is actually can be a blessing in disguise. Let's say there's some things around your house you've been wanting to take time to go take care of. Right now, you got the time to do it. If you wanted to build something, if you wanted to fix something, if you wanted to change some things around, you got the time to do those things. Do those things and keep yourself occupied. I play games online, and I happen to go to one of the games that I'm playing, and lo and behold, for the next 14 days, I can play this game that I'm playing at a higher level and get more gifts and things like that for free for 14 days. So I'm content, online playing. Start kind of working with your creative juices. There's some gifts and there's some things in you that you've been so caught up with life and so busy working every day and making a living and taking care of folks and doing all these things that you've been doing. And I commend you for that. But right now, there's an opportunity that is in front of you that you can kind of lean over there and touch your dream a little bit. Touch the thing that you really, really have a desire and an unction for. Yeah, a lot of churches are closed. That's no big deal. Newsflash. You are the church. You are the church. You are the body of Christ. When people see you, when they hear you on the phone, we in church. We at church right there. There's a reason why the scripture says where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name. And some people say, well, okay, gathered means we all. No, gathered means that we can be on a 3-way call. Gathered means we can do FaceTime, whatever that is, when we're together talking about how good God has been to us, how he has covered us, how he has protected us, how he has kept us in spite of us. Because a lot of times we go through stuff that is our own fault. This is not our fault. But here's the thing. Think of it this way. When you did stuff that you know you weren't supposed to do and God was there and he pulled you out of those messes and out of those situations and out of those circumstances, if he did that for you then, why would he now, when it's something that you have no control over, that is bothering you, that is trying to come against you? He's not going to leave you out there alone to fend for yourself. He never has. He never will. Be encouraged, y'all. This too shall pass. One of the things with this whole situation is it's showing the true character of the people around us, the people that we have in leadership, the people that say that they have love for this group or that group or this situation, that their true colors are showing. Because see, right now, people are paying attention to how you carry yourself. They looking at your character now for real. Now, and when I was watching 45 do his press conference, I was reading the comments as they scroll by. A lot of people feel how they feel about him. They don't trust him, and I don't blame them. But what was really, really interesting is that even in the midst of this, even when they see this man do stuff that is just really not appropriate, they overlook it. And they play like they didn't see what they just saw. For anybody that does that type of thing, there is a day that is coming in your life where you're going to regret looking over, playing like you didn't see this person throwing rocks and hitting folks in the head and doing the things he's doing. There's going to come a day and a time where you're going to have to answer and pay, because God is going to come and collect. That is definite. So be careful. Pay attention and don't just overlook things and turn the eye the other way. Love on your neighbors. Love on yourself. Take care of yourself. If there's something that you need that the store doesn't have, go on YouTube or Google and ask, how do I make this? What do I need to make this? And you'll be amazed at how simple some of the things that we pay a whole lot of money for, how easy they are to make at home. I was talking to a friend today and they were trying to find some Clorox wipes. And they didn't have any. I said, do they have paper towels? She said, yeah, they got paper towels. Told her to get some paper towels, get a sealed container, take and mix maybe a little bleach and a little water together, cut the paper towels in half, and put them in sheets and lay them in that container with a little bit of the bleach water solution, and let them soak that up and keep that thing closed. There you got you some wipes. Same thing you can do with some alcohol. There are things that we can do. We are gifted. We are talented. There's so much in us that we have not had the opportunity to let those gifts and those talents and that knowledge that you have that you don't even realize that you know. A lot of the things that big grandmas and grandpas and aunties and uncles taught us and told us about how to make it through hard times, those instructions are very, very vital right now. Dust off that old book that they gave you, and told you how to do some things, because there's some stuff in there that will actually even help with this virus. I was watching a Jamaican man the other day, and one of the things he said is, doing a steam, I'll say a steam bath, just like, we use nebulizers and stuff like that. Get you a pot of water and some citrus and a little sea salt, put it in there, get it to boiling hot where it's steaming, and carefully, stand over it and inhale that steam and let it go up through your nostrils into your lungs, because it helps clear out stuff that has no business being in your body in the first place. So there's information out there. There are people out there that are paying attention and they're studying and they're sharing their knowledge with us. Be encouraged, y'all. We're going to be all right. Not only are we going to be all right, we're going to be stronger and wiser when this thing is over with. And we're going to have a greater relationship with God than we have ever had ever before, because we have the ability to spend time with Him right now. Stay encouraged. Don't fret. Do not be afraid. God has everything well in hand, and He has you well in hand. Man, I love y'all. Take care. And I'll see you again, all right? Love you and peace. Bye, Tony.